Chapter 765, 3000 Saint Bodies. This chapter is updated by Novels.pl. The 18,000 monks in the talent seats weren't the only ones excited. Even the 3,000 monks in conquer seats were jealous, too. Everyone wished they could become stronger. Everyone wished they could reach the level of a saint body. Even some of the half-saint elders licked their lips as they eyed the flagons. Unfortunately, they weren't the guests of the air banquet and they didn't have the right to taste the 6 saints to the sky wine. They could only look on. Probably only the imperial court can take out so much 6 saints to the sky wine at once. I heard that the empress killed a beast emperor and found 7 large vats of the wine in his lair. In the past 300 years, she's rewarded many accomplished officials with the wine. There wasn't that much left in the first place. She's probably using all the remaining wine for the air banquet. It'll be near impossible to taste it in the future. With the 6 saints to the sky wine refining their bodies, the 18,000 talents will definitely improve greatly. This will strengthen the Kunlun's field as a whole. The air banquet is an event that will vigorously develop the human race. 100 years from now, the talents of the air banquet will mature fully. They'll definitely become rulers, and the core of Kunlun's field. All the talents drank the 6 saints to the sky wine impatiently and started cultivating. The saint lady nodded in satisfaction. Then she announced, "Meet to the conquer seats." It was finally time for the conquer seats. Everyone grew excited and curious. What treasure would the 3,000 conquerors get? It would definitely be even more precious than the 6 saints to the sky wine. Below Scroll Mountain, armored men of the Elephant Human clan picked up bronze 3-legged platters more than 40 inches tall. They started climbing the mountain and placed the platters before the 3,000 conquerors. One of the conquerors couldn't resist his curiosity. He immediately lifted the lid. A 9-colored flame shot out of the platter, radiating with shocking heat. Whoosh! At the same time, the scent of meat spread out and covered the entire Scroll Mountain. There was a fist-sized hunk of meat on the bottom of the bronze platter. It looked translucent. The fire and odor came from the meat. Even with just the whiff, everyone started salivating already. Their stomachs grumbled. One must realize that once among creatures the first change of the fish-dragon realm, the rest of the instincts. The monk is able to use the chi within him as food. He would no longer need human food, and would be able to fast and achieve immortality. But the meat before them right now had such a tantalizing smell. The urge to eat rose up from within them. What kind of meat can smell so delicious? I can feel immense power within the meat. Might it be meat from a saint beast? Hearing the words meat from a saint beast, everyone trembled. Their eyes glowed hotly. When a savage beast cultivated to the saint realm, they would practically become a body of medicine. Every part of them was a treasure. If one could get a bite of a saint beast, not only would they increase their longevity, they could also temper their bodies and raise their cultivations. There were endless benefits. The saint lady just smiled. "How can I bring a mere saint beast's meat to the air banquet? The meat before you all is from the Holy Fire Chiron, Emperor of the Savage Baron territory. A beast emperor's meat." The 3,000 conquerors weren't the only ones completely dazed and in shock. Everyone, including the saints in Shintai City, gasped. In human territory, a beast emperor was like a god. Even saints would fight over a single drop of a beast emperor's blood. However, it wasn't just a drop of blood before their eyes right now. It was a platter of meat. Even a piece of meat would contain at least a dozen drops of blood, and a platter much more. Zhang Yuochen inhaled sharply, too, feeling surprised. After all, he'd only entered the second change of the fish-dragon realm by refining a drop of blue fire Xuanwu blood. A beast emperor's blood was so many times more powerful than blue fire Xuanwu blood. Thus, it was evident how precious a piece of a beast emperor's meat was. The 3,000 conquerors trembled excitedly, but they quickly thought of another problem. With their cultivation, it would be hard to refine even one drop of blood. If they ate an entire piece or platter at once, wouldn't they be stuffing themselves to death? Saint Lady seemed to sense their concerns. The Holy Fire Kirin Emperor's blood was cooked by the royal chef with 18 special ancient and top-secret methods. You can try it without worry. The Holy Fire Kirin Emperor cultivated the 9-colored divine fire. This in itself is a treasure for cultivating one's body. It creates the same effect as the 6 Saint to the Sky wine, albeit through a different process. If you are strong enough and eat enough Kirin meat, you can raise your body to the saint body level. There's also a big chance you can cultivate some of the Holy Fire Kirin's special powers, such as the Kirin Eye, the Kirin Ear, the Kirin Arm, the Kirin Bone, the Kirin Divine Soul. Anyway, how many benefits you receive depends on your own destiny. Before the Saint Lady finished, the 3,000 conquerors began wolfing down the food. Their lips smacked as if they were about to swallow their own tongues. The meat banquet was similar to the wine banquet. Those in higher spots received more of the Holy Fire Kirin meat. Those in the top 10 seats had an entire platter of it. Only a few minutes passed when the eyes of the purple-clothed girl in the third conquer seat turned into 9 colors. Light shot out from her eyes and streaked across the night sky, stretching hundreds of miles into the distance. By eating the meat, she'd actually cultivated the 9-colored Kirin Eye. At the same time, muffled sounds came from her body. Then holy light shot out of her, wrapping around her like a cocoon. Every inch of her skin became translucent and flawless. Using the power within the Kirin meat, the purple-clothed girl had instantly reached the half-saint realm. She'd gone from a fish to dragon. From now on, she was a half-saint instead of a mortal. She would now be revered and worshipped by countless people. In fact, she'd only absorbed 1/1000 th of Kirin blood chi. The rest was stored within her body. It would be released gradually. One could imagine how shocking her cultivation speed would be when she absorbed the rest of the blood chi. She would shoot forward in the half-saint realm. Of course, it wasn't possible for everyone to instantly reach the half-saint realm by eating the Holy Fire Kirin meat. It was only extra help. In reality, the purple-clothed girl had reached the pinnacle of the 9th change more than 10 years ago. She had a deep understanding of the saint way too. Basically, eating the Holy Fire Kirin meat was just the push to activate her decade of accumulation and reach the half-saint realm instantly. Those who could keep their seats in the conqueror seat were all geniuses. In fact, 80 or 90% of them were in the pinnacle of the 9th change. They were only a step away from the half-saint realm. The requirements for the half-saint realm were too high, thus blocking them and stopping their cultivation process. Some of them had reached the 9th change more than 30 years ago and were still walking in place. Eating the Holy Fire Kirin meat was like taking a steroid. Many people broke into the half-saint realm one after another. I'm finally in the half-saint realm. From now on, I can travel throughout the world. Are there any places in Kunlun's field that I can't reach now? Haha. I also reached the half-saint realm. My longevity has increased. I can live to at least 240 years old. I feel so much younger already. When I return to Hongliang Manor, I will order people to build a temple and worship my statue. I will use my saintly soul to absorb the thousands of incenses. I've been stuck in the 9th change of the fish dragon realm for 20 years. I've already given up. I can't believe I actually broke through tonight. I've finally turned a new page for my cultivation journey. Only an hour had passed and more than 300 of the 3,000 conquerors had formed their saint souls, reaching the half-saint realm. One moment, they were still mortals. The next, they'd become half-saints. One could imagine that, as time passed, at least 1,000 conquerors would reach the half-saint realm within half a year. Just the thought of it was shocking. A half-saint was in a completely different league from a monk in the 9th change of the fish dragon realm, both in status and ability. In addition, 3,000 conquerors had all physically reached the saint body's level after eating the Kirin meat. Of course, they were still a bit different from a true saint body. A true saint body contained the saint body Laksana. The 3,000 conquerors didn't have this great advantage. Only the conquerors who'd cultivated the special abilities of the Holy Fire Kirin could truly be comparable to a saint body. Even so, the 3,000 conquerors had reached the first level of the half-saint realm. They were still able to become the best of the first level and compete with those in the second level. With Zhang Yuoquan's current level in the 8th change of the fish dragon realm, he probably wouldn't be a match for them. After all, the 9th change of the fish dragon realm and the half-saint realm didn't only have a realm's difference between them. They were basically worlds away from each other. Huang Yanchen stared downward. She watched as people from the 3,000 conqueror seats broke into the half-saint realm and shone with blinding light. She had a surprised expression. The holy fire Chiron meat is so powerful. It can actually create 3,000 conquerors of the saint body level. If they mature, how powerful will the human race's strength become? Zhang Yuoquan had long since composed himself. He looked to be deep in thought. It's not the holy fire Chiron meat that's truly powerful.